Thank you for joining us at California State University of Northridge. This is Chem 102 Lab, and today we're going to talk about Lab Experiment 2, the decolorization of phenolphthalein. But first, we have to talk about how to use a graduated pipette. So this is a 5 milliliter graduated pipette. To use this pipette, you'll also need the pipette bowl. So, to draw up liquid, you will put the bulb on top of that pipette, squeeze it, and draw it up, and switch your thumb over so that you can dispense the liquid. How this pipette works is, if you want to dispense 5 milliliters, you'll have to draw up to 5 milliliters right here, and then you'll just let it all go out. So let me demonstrate that for you. We'll draw out 5 milliliters of liquid. Remember, squeeze the bulb first. And we have to get it to 5 milliliters. Remember, practice makes perfect. You'll get really good at this during the semester. There we go, 5 milliliters. We just bring it here and let it dispense. Remember, you do not want to squeeze out the tip of the pipette because it dispenses exactly 5 milliliters. In this lab, we are measuring the rate of the disappearance of phenolphthalein. So we need to be able to transfer our phenolphthalein in our solution to the spec quickly. And the reason we want to do that is because the rate of the disappearance of phenolphthalein is pretty quick. So let me demonstrate. Here we have some sodium hydroxide, and I'm going to add a drop of phenolphthalein to it and mix it around so we can see how quickly it really does disappear. You'll notice that as soon as we added it, it turned pink, but now it's already starting to fade. Remember, we have to do this quickly because in the spec, we're measuring the rate that it disappears. If we wait too long, we won't get any color and you won't get any absorbance, and you'll have a really bad graph and you'll probably have to do it again, which is what you really don't want to do. In this experiment, we also have to use a spectrophotometer to measure the rate of the disappearance of the phenolphthalein. In this experiment, we're measuring the absorbance. When we're measuring the absorbance, we need to blank a cuvette. These cuvettes may look the same, however, their actual absorbance may not be exactly the same. This is why we want to use only 1 cuvette per experiment. Let me demonstrate. We'll pick 1 cuvette right now. We'll fill it with some DI water. About 3/4 full. Make sure the sides are dry before we put it in the spec. And we'll just pop it in. Now we're going to blank it. This is basically telling the machine or the instrument that what we're seeing has an absorbance of 0. Now let's look at the other cuvette. Here's the other cuvette. Again, it looks just like the other one. Fill it with the same water. Make sure it's dry, and then put it in the spec. If you notice here, there's now an absorbance, even though we just blanked this cuvette and told it it was 0. While this may not look very significant, it is rather significant in the scientific world, which is why we only want to use 1 cuvette per experiment. Thanks for joining us for experiment 2. We'll see you for experiment 3.